Hello YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I've really read anything or uploaded a video or did a review. Life got in the way, as life normally does. Pretty busy with new job, new house, new everything. So hopefully everyone forgives me. Those of you who watch, mainly my friends, and my friends know what's going on. I am recording this actually for a college class that I'm taking. It's all about young adult literature. And one of the options, we are required to read, I think the number is 5, young adult pieces of literature. Outside of the 3 that we have to read for class, we get to choose 5 or 4, I can't remember, young adult books that follow different types of genres inside of young adult literature and do a review. We can either write the review or, as I'm doing, record the review. I figured since I already have a small YouTube channel, since I really want to do this as a little hobby anyway, I figured why not? Let's give this a try again and let's come back. So for those of you who do watch and have been waiting patiently for my return, the good news is you will get at least 5 videos between now and December when the class is done. Because I have to. I would like to pass the class. And I enjoy it anyway. It's been a pretty cool class so far. So young adult literature. I'm not too familiar with young adult literature. I haven't really read a lot of YA since I was in college, and that's looking at my calendar right now. It's been 10 years already. It's kind of crazy how time flies. I read a lot of young adult literature because I took a young adult class in college, and when I first started reading for fun, I read all of John Green's novels, Hunger Games, Percy Jackson, the big series during that time. In fact, that was around that time was when I first read Harry Potter. I didn't read Harry Potter until I was in college. So now coming back to it. Now, today, I read young adult or middle grade really only for when I'm looking for a book to teach to my students. And a lot of them will be classic YA. I think behind me, I don't know. Behind me, over there, Wrinkle in Time. I have some other books as well that I have taught to my students that I read that could fit under middle grade or young adult. And that's really my experience. So this class has been pretty helpful. It's all about teaching young adult literature to young adults, and that's something I want to bring into my class more. So for today, my first review for the class, I actually am really excited to talk about this one. Spoiler alert, I did enjoy it. It's not going to be an all-time favorite, but I did enjoy it, and that is Warm Bodies by Isaac Marion. I chose it because not only do we have to do independent reading for this class, but there is a major assignment in this class where we have to choose a young adult book that has been adapted, and we have to do a book/film talk. Give a pitch to our students. Obviously, we're doing it in front of our classmates, not our students. Give a pitch to our students about why they need to read this book or why they should read this book, and use the film as a way to kind of reel them in as well. And Warm Bodies, I remember loving the film when it came out back in 2013. I was in college when it came out, and it really, the characters and the actors at that time were my age. So I fit right in, and it really made me laugh a lot. That's what I remember most about the movie. So I was excited to read this, and we'll jump right into my review. First of all, if you don't know anything about Warm Bodies is a retelling in a way of Romeo and Juliet. And you can get that pretty much immediately if you know the names of the main characters. We got our zombie, and Julie, our female protagonist. It is a romance to a degree, and it's also a dystopian. It follows our little zombie protagonist as he just kind of wanders about an airport and wanders about this dystopian landscape, just being a zombie, until one day things change when he runs into Julie and he eats her boyfriend. All that happens when the first 50 pages, none of that's really a spoiler, but when he eats her boyfriend Perry, he gets some of his memories, which I think would be a very interesting way to look at this novel through youth lens. This book, is it actually young adult? The author says, yes, I kind of do as well, but I guess according to some definitions, it wouldn't be young adult because it's someone living through memories. It's not really told through the point of view of a young character. In fact, R is most likely 19 or 20. But I consider that young adult because I'm 33. No, wait, I'm 32. I'm in my 30s. So 20 is still young adult to me in a way. But after R undergoes a little bit of a change, he and Julie try to find a way to kind of cure the plague, this zombie plague that has infested the earth. And really that's the synopsis. I'm not going to get too much into spoilers about that. I'm just going to talk about how this book made me feel and things like that, and maybe some themes. But when I said I was looking forward to this novel, and one reason is because of the movie was hilarious. Again, that's one major thing that I remember about the film. This book is not really a comedy. I want to be very mindful of that. I thought it would be because of the film, and the book does have some funny moments, but it is pretty dark. I will go ahead and say that. So I don't know if I would teach this like my 6th, 7th, or 8th graders. It's not, more violent than what they're watching, like Jujutsu Kaisen or Attack on Titan. But there is, a little bit more, teenage content, I would say, especially the sexual content, and there's more geared towards, I would say, 11th or 12th graders, if I'm being completely honest. And this book, again, is pretty dark. I was not really prepared for that at all. But it was beautifully done. It is dark, again, like as I just said, but it has moments of hope and moments of like just times where the characters pause and, it's told through his point of view. We are inside of his mind as he is trying to relive Perry's memories, and he's trying to think about his current life and his current situation. This dead zombie is trying to live. It's beautiful. I think it really is. It has a lot of great moments of introspection, and just really think about the meaning of life and, the meaning of, what it means to be a young person, and how could the world end? Why did we let it end? And things like that. How bad off were the humans before the zombie plague? It really touches on those subjects. And I think, again, maybe that's why I wouldn't teach it to my younger kids, because they're still happy and full of joy, which is really bad for me to say. Would I teach this to 11th and 12th graders? Yes, but I'm not implying that is because they are, not as joyful, but in a way, maybe it is the perfect age for this book, because, R and Julie, they have, been beaten down by the world. They are kind of lost. They're trying to figure things out. And, they are really taking a jump between young adult and trying to be adults. And I think that's kind of perfect, again, for 11th or 12th graders, as they're preparing to enter college or enter the workforce. I think that would be pretty good for them. But yeah, not a comedy. Don't really look at it as a comedy. Set your expectations in the correct spot. There are some funny moments, but again, it's mainly dark. Be prepared for that. Another thing that's really different about the movie, but I really loved, speaking about Perry, the boyfriend of Julie, who R eats, and then he gets some of his memories. Perry is not really a focal point of the film, but in the book, he gets full-on chapters as we go through his memories, and they are so well done. I think that's actually my favorite part of the novel. It's not R, it's not Julie, it is Perry. And Perry, I think, again, a lot of older kids who maybe don't know what they're doing or what they want to do with their lives, and they feel maybe lost or disconnected with the world, they are really going to attach themselves to Perry because he vocalizes that often in his memories. And as he's talking to R, that is one way that they play with this novel, where Perry his soul is stuck inside of R. He has conversations with R. Whether or not that's real or not, it's up to you as the reader to decide. But all of it's really well done. I think R is my favorite character. Looking at his life, and unfortunately how beaten down he is, but again how full of hope he is, and how full of love he is for Julie still, even in death. I think all of that was really well done. But great book. I think it's not going to be an all-time favorite. mainly because I wasn't prepared also for this. I think the movie does something better than the book, and that is the ending. I didn't know it was going to be a book one of a series, and it is. Again, my expectations were in the wrong spot. One, again, it's not a comedy. Two, it's not really a standalone. Okay, it is part of a series. I did not know that. So the ending is setting up for the rest of the series. Whereas the film, it has a nice little package at the end with a bow wrapped around it, and it ends pretty well. I like the ending more in the film than the book, but that's okay. I think if I were to read the rest of the series, maybe it would be just as good. But who knows? I don't know if I'll actually touch the rest of it. Even I'm kind of weird. As much as I like books, if it's part of a series, I just don't read the rest of them. But yeah, I think it's going to be one of those books that I might go back to later on. Maybe during Halloween time. I think this is a good Halloween book as well. But yeah, well done. I don't know what else to say. I've been going and talking for 11 minutes. I don't write my reviews down. I just write some bullet points, and I hope that I talk long enough. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I still give books grades. I gave it a B+, which is excellent as a passing grade. Right there, near my all-time favorites. Not quite there, but good enough. Yeah, if you've read Warm Bodies, just let me know what you thought. Like, subscribe, do whatever. I don't know what else to say. I haven't done YouTube in forever. But thank you for watching. Peace.